Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I have a very romantic Valentine's Day inspired look for you. I'm going to do a step-by-step guide on this look to make it super easy for you guys to recreate yourselves at home. I focus very much so on some warm romantic red tones, leaving a nice dewy finish on the skin, a bold red lip and some very flirty eyelashes. If you want to know how I created this look, then keep on watching. This must be love, 'cause it's really got a hold on me. Hold on me. Starting with primer, I'm taking Japanese Radiance Primer in shade 1. I'm going to fly through the base and the brows because you know how that works. And I want to spend most of my time focusing on the nitty gritty like the contour, highlight, eyes and lips. This is a really nice primer. It feels lovely and soothing on the skin and it just gives a really nice healthy glow as well. Okay, so let's get this fro out of the way and make life a little bit easier for me. Quickly moving on to brows then, I'm just taking a spoolie and running it through the hairs just so that the product can be applied more evenly. I'm taking a brow gel from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It is the Dip Brow Pomade in shade Taupe, and I'm taking my GD Bianco Marble Brow Brush to apply it. This has to be my favourite brow brush that I own. Let me tell you, I own quite a few. Just spreads the product so evenly. Because my brows are quite thin, it fits in there really nicely. So next I'm going to carve out my brows using Rimmel London's Wake Me Up Concealer in the shade Ivory. I'm taking the concealer brush from Glam Marble Brush collection also. So I'm doing top and bottom. It's going to go lightly over the top because I'm going to be putting foundation over it anyways. Try and get a very sharp point there at the edge, and then just come up on the inside of the brow as well. Next I'm taking Flormar's Perfect Coverage Foundation in the shade Soft Beige, and I'm going to be applying this with a Beauty Blender. I'm just going to dot it all over the face and working it in. If you haven't got a Beauty Blender, I'd highly recommend them. They just make life so much easier. Brushes tend to give a more of a matte finish. These ones just give a lovely soft sheen finish. Look at my face compared to my neck. I better put some on my neck. This is why I should have put on tan. Looking a little bit more even and equalized in now. I'm going to go back in with my Rimmel London concealer and just pop that on under the eyes and just on the high points of the face. Basically anywhere you want to highlight. And then I'm just going to work that back in with the Beauty Blender. Foundation on my lips. I should really just take it off. This hair, oh my god. Next I'm going to be setting my face using Wet n Wild's Color Icon bronzer in the shade Reserve Your Cabana. Yes, I did say bronzer, but it's a really light shade and it has a lovely little bit of shimmer added to it as well, so just gives your face a nice glow. I'm going to be using the large powder brush from Glam Rose Pro collection to apply this. I absolutely love this powder brush. It's just so big and fluffy. And it literally just like allows you to set your face in like 0.9 seconds. Super quick. See what I mean about that bronzer? Just gives like a lovely shimmery glow, and it only costs about 4 or 5 quid. You can buy it in most pharmacies and in Dunnes Stores as well. Yes. Next, moving on to contour, I'm going to be using the So Suit Complete Contour Kit in the shade 6, and I'm going to be using the Marble Bianco Flat Contour Brush. I just stuck my hand in the concealer, so I'm just running that into the cheekbone and blending it upwards. I like to turn this brush on its side just to blend it out. I'm not going too heavy on the contour. I just want to keep it nice and simple and just create more of a sun-kissed effect. Nose, lip, chin. I'm just going to go back in with the big powder brush just to blend it out a little bit more. My battery's gonna die. No, no, please don't do this to me now. It's okay, I has a spare. First world problems. Where was I? Okay, so now moving on to the nitty gritty, the eyes. I'm gonna skip the highlight for the minute. I'm gonna come back to it at the end. Just sometimes when I'm blending my eyeshadow, it kind of gets a little bit mixed in with the highlighter and we don't want that. Okay, so to create my eye look, I'm gonna be using the Jaclyn Hill by Morphe palette. The shades that I'm gonna be using are Beam, MFEO, Hunts, Jax, and Abscess. Okay, so taking my Glam Doll 336 brush, I'm gonna use Beam to highlight the brow bone. How stunning is that highlighter? Beautiful. The reason why I'm doing this first is so that I just get a bit in my brow. That's okay. The reason why I am highlighting my brow bone first is so that I can work my transition color up into it. Taking the shade MFEO on Glam Doll's 330 brush, I'm just gonna work that into the outer V, kind of nearly pressing it in first, and then whatever's left I'm going to work it up into the just above the crease. See what I mean about working it up into the highlight? Just makes everything look more blended and more seamless. Taking shade Hunts on a smaller crease brush from the Marble collection, so working it into the more or less the same area but just keeping it lower to the lash line. Working it really into the outer V, and then whatever is left, working that up into the crease. It's okay if it looks a bit messy starting out, because you can always go back in with your bigger blending brush, the first brush you used, and just blend out the very, very edges. The biggest tip that I can give for anyone who wants to get better at blending is don't be afraid to like over blend. Over blending will be like your best friend. Okay, so next taking the shade Jax on Glam Doll's 342 crease brush. I'm just going to focus that more so on the outer V, and then just ever so slightly bring it into the crease. Not even the whole way, just about halfway, just above your pupil. Okay, just taking a little bit more of previous shade just to blend that out again. Okay, so lastly then I'm taking a detail crease brush, very, very tiny detail crease brush from Morphe, and taking the shade Abscess and just working that back into the outer V. I don't really know if I like this brush too much. A little bit stiff. Just seems to take a little bit more practice. Practice makes perfect. Just gonna go back over again with the previous shade. Blendy, blendy. If you find that you're losing some of the intensity, just go back in with the last darkest shade that you've used, just to bring up the pigmentation a little bit more. Okay, next taking a small bit of concealer on a concealer brush from the Marble collection. I just gently want to cut out the crease. You want to tilt your head back to do this just so you can see where you need to cut. I'm not gonna cut the whole crease, I'm just gonna concentrate on the inner half. And then just whatever is left on the brush, you can just kind of blend it outwards. Going back in with the first shade that I used on Glam Doll's 312 brush, I just want to gently set the lid. Then just taking some more of Abscess on a Morphe shader brush, just want to pack that back on to the outer corner of the lid, creating a sort of a V shape. And then just whatever is left, you can just tap it ever so gently onto towards the center of the lid, but not coming in too far. Next I'm taking brush 318, a definer brush from Glam Doll's Rose Pro collection, and I'm just going to ever so gently blend that out. Okay, so that has just lost a little bit of its intensity, so I'm just going back in with the black and keeping it to the very outer corner. So now to do the centre of the lid, I'm taking Stila's Magnificent Metals in the shade Kitten Karma. It's just a lovely rose gold liquid eyeshadow. So I'm just using the applicator that comes with it. I'm just going to tilt my head back and gently start applying that to the inner corner. Trying not to hit the red. And then just taking a concealer brush, I'm taking 306 from the Glam Rose Pro collection. I'm just gonna ever so gently pull whatever's kind of left over out onto the black. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. I've concentrated the majority of the glitter on the inner corner and I just swiped it out ever so gently, so there's just a few odd random sparkles hitting the darkest part of my outer V. So then just taking a white eyeliner from Flormar, this is number 113, and I'm just going to apply that to my waterline. White eyeliners are great for opening up the eye and making them appear larger. So I'm just packing a good bit of that on because I want it to last. So then just taking all the colours that I've used on top, I'm going to bring them down underneath. Just basically using whatever's left on the brush and keeping the darkest closest to the waterline. Just blending out. And lastly, just taking my big blending brush. Now. Okay, so then just taking a small shader brush, I'm just going to pack some more of the highlighter onto the inner corner. Okay, so this is how we're looking now. I just want to go ahead and pop on some liquid eyeliner. I'm taking number 7's Stay Perfect liquid eyeliner. Just keeping that very, very close to the lash line. Okay, so don't expect to have this done in 2 seconds. Take your time at it and get it right. I'm not going to do a wing. I'm just going to blend it out into the black. Next I'm taking my So Sue Kendall lashes and some duo glue to apply them. I hope I can do this on camera. Pressure's on. So I just popped it onto the centre of the lid and then stuck it to the outer corner and then sticking it to the inner corner. I'm just going to take an eyelash curlers because I used these lashes a couple of times already and I just want to get the curl back into them, and that'll help them stick and blend into the natural lash as well. Next I'm taking number 7's Lash Impact Intense Volume Control Mascara. I'm just going to use that to blend my natural lashes into the falsies. And the lower lash. Okay, so essentially this is what the finished eye looks like. I'm going to go ahead and do the second eye off camera just to save time. Okay, so that is the other eye done. Looking a little bit more balanced now. Next, oh yeah, highlighter. Yay, my favorite part. To highlight, I am taking Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. I'm going to be using a mix of shades Amber Gold and Hot Sand. No, I'm not. I just totally changed my mind there. I'm going to be using a mix of Amber Gold and Snow, whatever's left of it. I'm taking a large Morphe eye brush to do this. Just out of curiosity, it's huge and I just want to see what it's like to apply highlighter. I likey. Damn. I just want to blend my contour up into that. Just so that there is no harsh lines. So it all looks nice and even. And now we look like this. So for lips, I'm going in with a really nice deep red. This is Inglot's HD Lip Tint in a matte rouge. So this here is the final look. I've just matched this up with some nice soft romantic curls, perfect for your Valentine's date. If you found this tutorial helpful, please do give me a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below. Subscribe to see more looks like this, and until next time, bye bye.